Hi guys! So, usap naman tayo about nutrition, okay? So, I'm not a nutritionist, pero itong mga sasabihin ko dito, this is based on my personal research. And ako, like, my field is physics. But, like when I was in high school, I was like a quizzer in nutrition. You know, the technology and home economics, or like technology and livelihood education. So, kasama ko si Christine Joy as well. Hi, Christine Joy. And si Ate Angela Villasana. Hi, Ate Angela, if you're all watching. Pati si Rio Toyoda. So, sa Abanyo, sa Camarines Norte, Daet Camarines Norte in my beloved hometown, in Camarines Norte State College Laboratory High School. So, and this is a lot more information na that I've gathered from a lot of journals, interviews with doctors, scientists, chemists, and I just put this all together, you know, aside from the published things. And I just made my own opinions about it because they are in reference with experts. So, ano nga ba yun dapat natin kainin sa mga panahon ngayon? So, syempre, masisimula tayo dun sa basic na go, glow, and grow food. And, in the Philippine context, kasi maganda yung mga gulay. Yan, maganda yung konting amount of kanin, ganyan. Moderate amount at least. Ano nga ba yung mga gulay na kailangan natin kainin? So, I don't really suggest that you become a vegetarian. Pero kung sinuggest yun ng doctor nyo, good for you. But, so ano nga ba meron sa mga gulay? Okay, so napag-aralan nyo na to nung elementary kayo, nung high school kayo, it's published in so many pop nutrition and lifestyle and food media. So palaging food here and there. Mga herbal food din. So yung mga pagkain na may kagamutan. So marami, 'di ba? And oo nga pala, A1 teen ako nung high school. Hindi lang ako nanalo, but I represented my class. So yan yung mga healthy kids sa Philippines. So, ano nga ba yung mga gulay na dapat nyong kainin? Marami, sobrang dami ng gulay. And halimbawa yung kangkong, in the Philippine context, kangkong, ampalaya, maraming vitamina, maraming mineral. Kangkong, ampalaya, okra, pechay, sobrang dami ng mga gulay na pwede nyong kainin sa Philippines. Talong. Ako, personally, favorite ko kangkong. Masarap kangkong eh. Kalabasa, pwede rin. Yun, maraming vitamin A, diba? And then, kamatis, actually, they call it vegetable. Or they call it fruit, pero I consider it still vegetable kasi ginagamit usually sa pagluluto. And may mga, gulay din na maraming, merong mataas na value ng protein, like spinach. Kaya lang, iba kasi yung mga proteins na makukuha natin sa mga gulay. And I will talk about that later. So, ayan. So, kung vegetarian kayo, may mga veggie meat, so you get like a balanced diet, a balanced nutrition. Because kailangan may variety, yung mga vitamins and minerals na kailangan natin sa katawan natin. So, ano pa ba? Ngayon, maliban sa mga gulay, prutas, ayan, iwas lang medyo kung depende sa age nyo, kung katulad ko, ako 32 years old na, and kayo, and sa mga medyo may edad na, iwasan nyo masyadong starchy na mga gulay, kasi yan yung mga medyo mabigat sa katawan, mabigat sa tiyan. So, mas matagal sila ma-digest. Pwede kang kabagan, compare dun sa mga gulay na easy to digest. Kaya, recommended din na ng mga doktor, ganyan, na kumain tayo ng pakonti-konti, after some time, yung mga quick meals, pero mas madalas. Para na-digest na siya, maliban dyan sa 3 times a day na meal nyo. Pero yun yung pinaka-basic. 3 times a day meal and then you have snacks in between. Excuse me. So, ano pa nga ba? Mga prutas, grapes, yan, ubas, apple, mansanas, mangga. Ako, I love mangoes. And kung acidic kayo sa tiyan nyo, maganda yung mangoes kasi hindi siya yung magkakos ng acidity sa tiyan nyo. Okay, sabihin natin, in like the American Western context, meron namang anti-acidity. Meron ka namang pwedeng i-take na gamot. Pero mas maganda yung iniwasan mo na, diba? Or bihira ka lang na kumain ng mga makakasama sa'yo. Kung yung mga okasyon na talagang hindi maiwasan, because you're socializing with friends and relatives and family. So, ano pa nga ba? Banana, medyo starchy, pero merong ibang klase ng banana na hindi masyadong starchy. Yung mga plantain, katulad dito sa Amerika, very starchy. So, yung mga yan kailangan niluluto. Pero pwede nyo rin kainin na hindi niluluto. Ako, ang kinakain ko lang yung mga basic na banana that they sell in the market. Meron akong favorite banana in the Philippines. Yung Senorita. It's kind of like a small banana. And it's very sweet and it's nice. And I like that banana. So, ano pa nga ba? Sa mga dito sa Amerika, may mga cherry, ganon, mas madalas na fresh cherry kung summer, ganyan. Pero sa Philippines kasi hindi masyado yung cherry, usually yung mga canned na cherry na yun eh. And then, so may mga berries, magaganda rin, strawberry, high in antioxidants. Ano pa ba yung mga gusto nyong pagkain na makakabuti rin sa inyo? Kung sa kanin, carbohydrates, kailangan mo talaga ng carbohydrates para sa balanced diet. And ako, I don't really suggest yung mga keto diet. Because kailangan pa mag-adjust ng katawan mo, nag-withdrawal siya sa carbohydrates. And medyo masakit, sa totoo lang. Medyo painful yung changes, yung pag-adjust ng body mo. Para nagkakaroon ka ng withdrawal symptoms. And I don't really like that. So, ang kailangan talaga ng carbohydrates. So, kung magbabawas kayo ng carbohydrates para, to lose weight, magpapayat, iwasan po natin yung mga hindi naman ako doktor, pero, I've been a researcher and I know how to read journals and I read a lot of medical journals about that. Iwasan nyo yung mga sleeping pills, mga slimming pills, I'm sorry. Yung mga slimming pills, but totoo naman, iwasan na rin yung sleeping pills, but I'll talk about that in the next topic. But for the slimming pills, para pumayat kayo, lose weight, iwasan nyo rin yan dahil pwede namang magbawas na lang ng pakonti-konti, diba? Una yung health natin bago yung beauty. So, and I'll talk about that in other vlogs. Pero para sa ngayon, iwas tayo dyan sa mga slimming pills. So, kung magbabawas ka ng carbohydrates, kasi yan yung, or mga fatty foods, make sure na yung sa carbohydrates, kasi yung carbohydrates, it's converted into your energy. And kapag hindi siya nagamit, syempre, they are converted into fats. So, basic naman yan sa science education ng mga grade school. So, kung kailangan nyo mag-lose ng weight, make sure you do exercise na kaya nyo and medically approved para sa inyo. And sa katawan nyo, kung ano man yung, yung status ng health nyo. And make sure na yung pagbawas nyo na carbohydrates ay hindi drastic. So, hindi biglaan. Huwag po natin biglain, okay? So, kung magbabawas kayo ng carbohydrates, pakonti-konti lang. So let's say sanay ka na 2 cups of rice, you know. Ako sanay, minsan kumakain ako ng 2 cups of rice talaga. And kung sanay ka na ganon, pero, you know, ako naman, kumakain ako ng 2 cups of rice, pero hindi naman palaging 2 cups of rice. Like, I would do that like 2 times a day, ganon. So, total nun sa buong araw, 4 cups lang din. Pero kung sanay kayo na 2 cups of rice every meal, 3 times a day, you know, and you wanna lose weight, let's say you're like 160 pounds, ganon, or like 150 pounds, and then you wanna lose weight, ganon, kailangan medyo ingat tayo doon sa pagbawas ng pagkain. So, lalo na pwede kang magka-ulcer, diba? So, iwasan po natin. Ang gawin natin is yung pa-konti-konti lang yung pagbawas sa pagkain. So, kung sanay ka ng 2 cups of rice every meal, gawin mo lang 1.5 rice, you know, for like 1 week. And then, you know, or 2 weeks, ganun. And then the next 2 weeks, you know, pull down ka or like back down ka into like, you know, go back to your 1 cup of rice. If you were used to that in like, you know, a different lifetime. You know, in like a different life stage. So, diba, kung nung bata pa kayo, sanay lang kayo na 1 cup of rice. So, yun na lang, 1 cup of rice, and then, gawin yung like, 2 weeks na 1.5 cup of rice, and then next week, and next 2 weeks, you know, doon ka na bumaba sa 1 cup of rice. But, huwag kayong mag-hunger strike. Kasi, masakit po yun, sa totoo lang. Ayaw nyo nang magugutom kayo. Kaya ako, syempre hindi natin pag-uusapan yung mga religious, like, you know, mga kapatid natin Muslim, ganun, na nagpa-fasting, or like, kung merong medical procedure, kailangan mong mag-fasting, you know, exception na yun. Pero kung wala naman kayong ganong religious agenda or medical order na kailangan yung mag-fasting, well, huwag kayong mag-fasting kasi marami namang ways para mag-detox. Pwede kang magbawas ng pagkain. Pero huwag tayong mag-hunger strike kasi masama po yun. And hindi nyo makikita yung effect niya, you know, until later. And masama sa pakiramdam, so totoo lang. It's really painful to be hungry. So, huwag ganon. And then, sa mga protein naman, yan. So, gustong-gusto ko talaga tong topic ng protein kasi, you know, yung proteins, like, high protein food, like, meat, yung, fish, chicken, pork, beef, and, you know, the other unpopular meat, like lamb, ganyan, venison. So, turkey, yan. Mataas yung protein ng mga ganyan, yung meat and fish. Okay, poultry, mataas yung protein nila. So, ako, I suggest to everybody na you actually, unless meron kayong, you know, medical order to avoid certain food or allergies. Like, ako kasi, wala akong allergy. So, wala akong allergy sa pagkain. But there are certain foods na medyo nasusuka ako, I get nauseous, like yung American food, like olives. I can't eat olives. It's just, I get nauseous, like nauseated. Like, masama siya sa panlasa ko. And then yung deli na turkey, may mga deli na turkey na medyo nasusuka rin ako. So, and pickles, I don't like pickles, like particularly. So, yan naman, yun lang preference nyo sa pagkain yan. Pero yung actually na pwede nyong kainin, kailangan talaga, don't avoid, you know, poultry, fish, and meat. Kasi kailangan nyo yan, you know, and they have like a different kind of amino acids na food ng muscles nyo. Because marami namang types ng amino acids na kailangan nyo sa katawan nyo. Iba yung amino acids na kailangan ng muscles. Iba yung amino acids na kailangan ng brain nyo. Iba yung amino acids na kailangan ng bones nyo, ng hair nyo. You know, so, yung mga yan, I won't go into so much technical details kasi again, hindi naman po ako doktor. So, ako, kumukuha lang din ako ng recommendations sa mga journal and by experience and sa mga doktor, and usually sa mga journals, ganyan, sa mga doktor, sa mga kaibigan kong scientist. Because, well, ako, hindi naman ako considered scientist because I didn't finish my master's in physics. And that's like a different topic. Because hindi naman siya in nutrition. It's like physical science. So, ako, kumukuha lang din ako ng mga opinion nila. So, yung mga naaral na nila and ibinabahagi ko lang sa inyo. So, yung mga amino acids, again, na kailangan ng katawan natin, mostly, and yung malaking bahagi niyan, and really like large amounts of proteins, makukuha nyo talaga sa meat and poultry and fish. Yan, mga seafoods, ganon. Well, kung may allergy kayo sa seafoods, kasi marami naman tao may allergy sa seafoods. Kasi ako, favorite ko ang seafoods. So, yung mga tao na may allergy sa seafoods, syempre, wag kayong kakain ng seafoods. Okay, self-care na yon, diba? So, let's stick to that rule na kung ano yung bawal sa inyo, wag nyong kainin. Pero, like, for those na walang masyadong allergy, kaya nyong kumain ng isda, ng karne, ng meat, ng pork, always eat in moderate amounts the protein kasi kailangan niya ng ating bones and ng ating bones and muscles and brain. So it's really needed in our functioning. So and iba yung makukuha nyo na protein, ibang amino acids yung makukuha nyo sa meat kasi sa makukuha nyo sa mga gulay. So meron akong na-encounter dati, mabilis siyang magkaroon ng pasa kasi vegetarian siya. And that's because, I think it's really because she's a vegetarian. Kasi ako, we're doing the same activities and hindi naman ako nagkakaroon ng ganong karaming pasa. Hindi rin siya anemic. Kasi kung anemic ka, magkakaroon ka talaga ng maraming pasa. And that's because she's vegetarian. So, I'm not bashing vegetarian, but, kung nag-work naman yan sa inyo, so nasa sa inyo na yan. But I'm telling, those other people who want to like take my opinion with a grain of salt, na you really have to eat meat and like fish and poultry, eggs, ganon, seafoods, kung walang allergy. Kasi kailangan yan ng katawan natin. Avoid yung mga junk foods, and noon pa yan, diba? Matagal naman na yung recommendation, lalo na sa mga bata, avoid yung mga soda, take it in moderate amounts, soda, avoid yung mga junk foods cause, limited lang yung dapat natin kainin. And I also like have this book I read before. It's like a gut-mind connection. It's from like some Western author. Like I'm born in Germany and like I'm based in America. So yun, I think he's a doctor, like Dr. Mayer. And yung nasa book niya na gut-mind connection, it really like details, how, your food, like everything you eat actually makes you really happy. No, I'm serious, aside from the neurotransmitters that they talk about, you get serotonin from banana, apple, ganon, chocolates. Aside from that, talagang, meron pang deeper connection sa gut and mind. Na, if you're happy, if your tummy is happy, then your mind is happy. So not only it's for good physical health, it's also for good mental health that you eat well, okay? So, ayun, kung may tanong kayo, guys, just feel free to comment. And again, that I suggest you all eat like, balanced diet and maraming gulay and prutas and moderate carbohydrates like rice or potato or corn, ganon, yung mga crops. And then don't forget to eat meat, poultry, fish, and seafoods. And follow me, Pinay Barbie, on YouTube, and Cindy Cabana on Facebook, and Pearly Seas on TikTok. Bye, guys!